6, 5. Hello, my darlings. Hey, my people, what's up? Welcome to my channel, Discovering Nicole, where we talk about addiction, recovery, and so much more. Today, we got a guest speaker coming on the channel. That's right, we sure do. My girlfriend, Natalee, is coming on to share her story of how she's been able to successfully taper off of subs. She has come on my channel before, and her first video is about her story. So I'm going to get that video right now, and I'm going to link it. So that way you guys can watch that video after this and hear her whole recovery story. Okay. But that way we don't her story because we already done that. You know what I mean? But let me grab her video. Hey y'all, what's up everybody? I hope you guys are having a great day. I uploaded a video today where we did makeup. So if you guys didn't get to join us live on TikTok, that is already here on my channel, and it's underneath the video section on my channel. But let me get this video from, I think it was the year before last that Natalee came on my channel. Ah, here she is. Yeah, okay. I knew I had a video with Natalee. So this video that we're going to do tonight is not going to be a lot. It's not going to be long, like an hour or an hour or two. It's specifically going to be about her journey deciding to taper and then her journey on what she did to taper. Because I have a video of her whole story already on this channel, which I'm putting up right now in the comment section of this video. And Natalee made a channel, y'all. So I'm going to link her channel too. So let me get her channel also. So just give me 2 seconds and then I'm going to bring her on. Okay. So y'all come on in, help me out by sharing the video, liking the video, and inviting your friends. Okay. Don't be lame. Share the video, like the video, invite your friends. Okay. Okay. Hold on. I think she said, oh, there she is. I see it. Oh, I need to subscribe anyway. I'm subscribing to her channel right now. So now I can share the link to it. Copy link. There we go. Okay, so here is the link to her brand new channel that she just made. She's already got almost 30 subscribers on her brand new channel. That's crazy. That's not crazy bad, but crazy good. Natalee's channel. Okay. The reason why I invited her to come on tonight, y'all, is because she legit is 2 weeks off Suboxone. And she's like having a good time, feeling good, not sick. Like she's doing really fucking good. So I was like, damn, I got to get her on the channel so she can talk about this, so she can inspire other people to, you know, if they are tapering or trying to taper. So I'm going to bring her on right now. Okay. Hey, Nat.
Hey.
What's up, girl?
Nothing. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm glad that you're here.
Thank you. I'm glad I'm here too.
Okay, so I just realized, I mean, I knew I already had a video with you, but I was like, wait a second, because I was going to have you tell us your whole story all over again, but I linked your story from last time, so you don't have to do all that, okay?
Okay.
What I would love for you to do is share with us when you felt like, you know what, because you were on subs for 9 years, right?
9 years.
9 years. Okay. Sober the whole time, doing great, right?
Right. I actually got sober around 5 years ago. So not the whole time I was on Suboxone.
Okay.
I was still using
That's okay.
other substances. Yeah.
That's okay. I mean, you've been doing good for the last 5 years, like staying straight, right?
Right.
Okay. So tell us about when it became in your mind, like I need to start trying to taper. And then how did you decide you were going to taper? What did you do when you started your taper? What problems did you run into? That kind of thing. And if I have any questions, I'll just ask you, but I really just want you to share with everybody, because there's a lot of people that are trying to taper, or there's a lot of people who hear these stupid rumors about how hard it is to get off Suboxone and how their life is never going to be the same and they could not do it. And so I want you to share with everybody how you did it, so that way they know that they can do it. Okay.
I would love to, because I heard the same stories, Nicole, and it scared the crap out of me. I thought I was going to be on this medication for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
And So I was on the 16 milligrams for about 4 years, and my doctor actually cut it in half. He cut my dose in half after 4 years to 8 milligrams. And around that time, I got stable on 8 milligrams. And around that time is when I got pregnant. So I had to stop my taper. Now, I wanted to taper myself just because I felt so stable and like secure. And I started thinking to myself, it would really suck to have to take this every day, because I started running into problems like my pharmacy wouldn't fill it because I had to be 50 miles from the provider, things like that. And I was going days where I couldn't get my medicine, and it really sucked. And so I decided to start tapering myself. And I was like, let's just see if I can do it to get off of it, because why not? You know what I mean? And so I stayed at 8 milligrams. I have my paper here that I wrote it down.
I know. I'm glad you wrote it down, because like, I don't think people understand, like, I've been saying this, even though I didn't get off Suboxone, I got back on. Like, I know that, like, saying you can just taper low and slow, listen to your body. I know it's easier said than done, right? Because at the very end of my taper, I got to get off this medication, and I just jumped. You know what I'm saying? Because I like took control, and it's so hard for me, and I know it's hard for other people, because we're the same. We're the same way. It's like we want to be done, and we want to have the instant gratification of being done right away.
Exactly.
So the fact that you were able to pace yourself, I really want you to be honest. Like, if you got to a point where you were at like 2 milligrams and you jumped back up to 6 or 8, I want you to tell us, okay?
Absolutely. So that's really why my taper took so long, is because I kept having to dose back up. And I had to do it maybe once or twice before I was able to jump to that last dose. Mm-hmm. So I was at the 8 milligrams for 2 years. And by the way, I want to tell people this schedule I have written out. It's not, this is an estimate. Like, it's not a definitive, I went by this taper. It was about how long I stayed on this milligram. So 2 years at 8 milligrams. And then that's when I cut it down to 4 milligrams after I gave birth. And because I was told not to taper during my pregnancy, I could lose the baby. Right. Then after that, I cut it in half again. I stayed on 4 milligrams for 1 year. And then I went to 2 milligrams for about another year. And then I went to 1 milligram for around 6 months. And then I halved that again. So 0.5 for 4 months, 0.25 for 1 month. And then my final one was the 0.125, because so between from 4 milligrams to about 1 milligram is where I had a lot of trouble tapering. Yeah. That's where I kept having to dose back up between 4 and 1. So multiple times I did that.
So what would happen, because what happened to me is such a fuck up. I would literally I would be like at 2 milligrams, and then I would go back up to like 5.5 milligrams. And I would be like, and I'm going to be completely transparent with you guys. I would get so low in my dose that when I would take this higher milligram, it would like give me energy. It would make me want to get up out of the bed. And then I got stuck in this like back and forth where I was like, oh my God, this is like literally the only way I can be functioning,
I know. It did that for me too. And that's why in the beginning, like when I was on 8 milligrams in the beginning, before I got pregnant, I used to take extra to still take my 16 milligrams like every other day. Yeah. And it would give me a little more energy and stuff. But then after a while, I noticed it wasn't doing any
it just stops.
It just stops. So I told myself, I'm like, what's the point in taking more? It's not helping me anymore. Right. So that's when I don't know, something clicked, and I was just like, I need to be done with it. You know what I mean? Yeah. And when I tapered down, I did between the 16 milligram and the 4 milligram, I was prescribed clonidine to help with that. I didn't really see much of like a difference with that.
Yeah. Did you take it whenever you jumped completely off of it?
No, I sure didn't.
Did you take any kind of comfort meds when you jumped off?
I took Tylenol and ibuprofen.
When you jumped off, what did you feel like? You jumped off at 0.125, right?
So, yes. So
okay.
I tried to jump off. I thought maybe I could jump off at 0.25. And I tried that and I couldn't even skip a day. I couldn't even go a full day. So I said, you know what? I'm just going to cut it one more time in half. So when I did that, when I say I had like withdrawal symptoms, they were so mild that you barely notice them.
Yeah.
You might have sneezes or yawning. Like, it's annoying withdrawal symptoms. It's not really painful.
Yeah.
So that's what I felt when I jumped from 0.25 to 0.125. But by the time I got to 0.125 and the withdrawal symptoms kind of subsided from the tapering and I got regulated to it, I started forgetting if I took it that day or not.
Yeah.
So then I wrote it down in my calendar and I wrote question mark by the day that I forgot. And I said, I'm just going to try to go this day without any. And I was able to do it. And then by the third day, I said, I was like, I don't know if I could do it. I feel I felt like an achiness on my body, like it was coming on.
Yeah.
And I caved and I took a little bit of Suboxone on that third day. And then the next day I said, okay, this is for real. Like, I'm really going to try to get off of it completely. I went 4 days. I went 7 days. I went 12 days. And now I'm at like 16 days, I guess.
I'm pretty sure you're off of it now.
I think so too. And I mean, you know, Nicole, I still get like the chill bumps and I'm sneezing a lot and I'm yawning a lot, but it's not anything that you can't get through.
You can't handle.
Exactly. Yeah. I feel.
What do you do with your mind? Does your mind start thinking about Suboxone? Does your mind, how are you keeping yourself busy? What are you doing to distract yourself?
You know, I don't even know. I'm just staying so busy. I do have thoughts of taking it. Like, it's so weird. So I'm used to taking my Suboxone dose around bedtime.
Yeah, me too.
That's when I would have my withdrawals coming on. Well, it's still been these few days, 16 days, but every night I still get like an achy feeling in my body around bedtime, but it goes away within like 20 minutes. It's really weird. It's
like you're sleeping through the night.
Yes, and I'm sleeping through the night, Nicole.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's amazing to me. That just goes to show you guys, like, I'm telling you, if you go down to a tiny enough amount and you go slow enough, that you don't have, people are going days without sleep for like 7 days, 8 days, because they are in such bad withdrawal, because people that are telling you these things are jumping off at 10 milligrams, 12 milligrams, 24 milligrams, 8 milligrams. Like, you cannot do that.
You cannot do that. It's too hard. It's going to be it's going to be painful.
It's torturing your body. It's like, you literally spent 1 year at like a certain amount of doses. Like, that's perfect to me. That is literally what I did up until the last minute, basically.
Well, I mean, anybody can do it. Like I said, I had to dose up many times and go back.
Yeah.
So, I mean.
And that's what I feel like.
I think it's part of the process.
Yeah. And it's like, you know what? Maybe you're just like trying to like let go of it. You know what I mean? Like, I've had this medication that has been like, I don't want to say crutch in a bad way, but like something I can lean on. If I'm having a bad day, I know I can take my Suboxone. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I know.
And now it's like, okay, I want to get to a point where I can kind of like let go of it. And it's like letting go of a bad relationship, but not a bad one, like a boyfriend that you still kind of care about.
It's
like
a love-hate relationship. It really is. But I used it for the time it was used, and it was successful for the time that I needed it, and it did its job. It's been a decade. I'm ready to move on. You know what I mean? I need to put it in the past. If I can do that, then, I don't know.
And how many kids you got?
2.
So you got 2 kids. One's a little kid too.
Yeah, I'm a stay-at-home mom. He's home with me all day. He doesn't even go to daycare yet.
So you're like, can't sleep in. You got to
Yeah,
wake
no.
up. You got to make breakfast. You got to.
I have actually, since I've gotten off my Suboxone, I feel like I have gotten a better clock, like body clock, as in sleeping and waking up. I feel like my clock has gotten better. I've been waking up at like 7 o'clock in the morning on the dot. I feel refreshed. I feel great. And I don't know. It freaks me out, honestly.
Are you taking kratom? Is there anything that you're taking?
No kratom. No.
Okay.
Okay. So what I take is Zoloft, Abilify. I'm prescribed Adderall, which I take as needed.
Yeah.
I don't do anything else. I have holistic supplements that I take. I meditate, breathing exercises. Those are holistic remedies.
Do you go to the gym, or are you just naturally in shape like that?
I think it's my genes, honestly.
Yeah, me too. My genes too.
I love you, Nicole. You're so funny.
Yeah,
but
me
no,
too,
I'm just being honest. I really don't exercise that much, but I do a lot of meditating, breathing treatments. I do it every single day. And I used to think these holistic things would be, were just like cuckoo at first, but until I started doing them, I started doing it, and everything combined that I've been doing has been done wonders for my mental health.
I believe it. I know what you mean, because whenever I tell myself in the mornings, like, I'm going to have a good day. Today, I'm going to do my walking. Today, I'm going to be grateful for this and this.
Yes.
And you know what I'm saying? Like, it really does. And I tell people, I felt really stupid whenever I would tell people that they have to focus and be positive and change their mindset. And I would hear people say that to me, and I'd be like, fuck you.
Yes. Yes, I used to be like, oh my gosh.
Take your positive and shove up your ass. But it's true. So that has helped you to come off Suboxone.
Yes, it has. It really has. And I talk positive myself. I talk positive, like you said, positive about the day. Tell yourself what you're grateful for. Even if it's just like one sentence, like every day, it makes such a big difference. And I used to think, oh yeah, whatever. But I'm telling you.
When you started telling people that you were jumping off Suboxone, it's like pressure on TikTok, you guys, because you just get this flood of people that come to your account.
Yeah.
And they're like waiting for you to fail.
They're like, update us. And I'm like, oh boy, there's nothing really to update, but
surely you can't be okay. It's
I know. I don't know what else to share other than I feel fine,
Yeah. You mean it stays 16 and you're still okay? It's like, what do you want me to do? Fucking die?
No, I kept hearing, oh, wait till day 10. And then when I did day 10, people said, wait till week 2. So I made a recent video, and I had a comment today that said, my withdrawals didn't hit me till week 3. So I'm like, oh my gosh.
Seriously?
I said, I give up.
16 days in. You're 16 days in. Withdrawal with Suboxone hits around, for me at least, 4-5 days in, I'm fucking hurting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so I believe that you're like over the worst of it now. You're just cruising.
So too. It's amazing. And I can't believe it still. Like, I'm in shock almost. This was like a decade of my life on this stuff. And
she's telling her mom, I'm off Suboxone. I'm off Suboxone. Her mom's like, I know, Natalee.
She keeps telling me, she's like, Natalee, I know you are, okay?
Is she worried about you relapsing or anything? Or do you feel like you want to relapse? Or are you thinking about opiates at all?
I don't think about using. I mean, I think about using, but I'm in a position where I almost literally can't. So in my addiction, I built a life to access it easily.
Right.
But now I've built a life where it's not easily accessible to me anymore.
Right.
And so if I do get a craving to use, I can't act on it anyway. There's no way.
I know what you mean.
You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. Because when me and Neil were in active addiction, our whole lives revolved around copping dope, going around people that were using. Like today, I think the worst I could do is get some weed from the next door neighbor.
Right. I know it. I know it.
Because I just don't hang out with people like that anymore. And I don't want to go seek it out with my son. I don't want to go down to the hood and the crack streets.
Exactly. You don't want to put yourself in those positions anymore. It's so scary.
I don't want to get robbed. I don't want to with my luck. I would get something that had fentanyl in it,
I
and it
know,
wouldn't
right?
kill me. It would like make me to where I was a vegetable or something.
Yep.
And my husband and my son would have to take care of me for the rest of my life or something like
Oh,
that.
I
You
know.
know,
That would be our luck.
that's what I think about all the time. I'm like, oh, never, you're never going to relapse because, and my husband's the same way. Because he's like, what if it has fentanyl in it? That one time, and I know you saw the video where I found meth in my shoe from Poshmark.
Oh my gosh, Nicole.
Neil called me. He's like, you're not going to do that, are you? And I'm like, hell no. He's like, good, because what if it has fentanyl in it? And I'm like, yes, that's right.
Yes, that was a good point to make. I didn't even think of that when that video came out. That's crazy.
I think about that kind of stuff all the time now because when we were using drugs, it wasn't like that. We could buy Roxy's and everything and be fine. And now you can't do that. You don't have the luxury of using drugs and getting high and just like being a kid. I guess I wouldn't call it being a kid, but like
experimenting, right?
You know,
people can't do that anymore. I get that. I know.
How's your mental health now that you're off Suboxone? Like,
yeah,
how are you feeling?
During my taper, I did feel some dips in my mental health. They weren't bad. I noticed, usually in the morning, I'm excited to wake up and get my cup of coffee. And I noticed a couple days I had where I woke up and I kind of just stared off and was like, I don't want to get up. And I thought to myself, oh my gosh, I hope this isn't from my Suboxone and I hope it doesn't get worse. Honestly, I can tell you what I do. I mean, I told you I'm on Zoloft, Abilify, but I also take the holistic supplements. It's a mood booster.
What is that?
It's called
a nootropic or something?
No, it helps balance your cortisol and stuff. So a lot of people who have depression, it's not even their depression. It's their low dopamine from low cortisol levels. And so I'm reading into all this holistic stuff. It's all natural. I take a pack called Happy Juice, and it helps you energize and it helps your mental health be, happy.
And, where do you get that from?
I linked it in my bio if you want to read about it. I have it all linked up there. You can read all about it. And then there's another link that
are they paying you to do that, girl? Because if they're not, they need to.
No, but I mean,
Natalee is so nice, you guys, but she needs to let these people know that she's not just going to link their products for nothing.
I know Nicole's trying to help me out here. She's
because I just feel like there's so many places online that take advantage of people like you who they see who is your TikTok is gaining followers quickly now. Right. And they see that and they latch on to stuff like that. They want to ride your coattail. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was the same way though, until my boss helped me realize hey, it's okay to ask them to pay you whenever they want you to talk about this stuff.
That's what Justin tells me all the time. He's like, no, you need to say this and that. And I'm like, but I don't know.
But I like their products and they're sending me free stuff.
I know, right?
I was the same way though, until my boss told me and he was like, no, they're taking advantage of you. And I was like, okay. But anyways, I won't talk about that because I could tell you, I love helping people with this kind of stuff. And I always tell everybody on here, before you came on, I did a video about the treatment industry, things that go on that they take advantage of people and they latch on to influencers who are in recovery to get admits and stuff like that. And I was talking about it with them. So we'll have to talk about that one day, but I just want people to see you're smiling, you're awake and you have your makeup on and you are dressed cute. You're not feeling like shit. You know what I'm saying?
I know. I know. That's why I'm trying to share this because it's so doable. If you just keep trying and try again. I mean,
yeah. And y'all, if you didn't hear how she tapered so slow. At 1 year she was on this amount. Say it again. Oh, there you go. Screenshot her thing right here. And this is an estimated amount of each taper. So give or take a couple of milligrams, she might have went back up a couple of times and then went down. But for the most part, that's the taper that she followed,
That's what I did about what I did because I didn't follow a taper. Like I said, I did it on my own and I just listened to my body and how I felt comfortable with mentally and physically. And I went slow and it worked out. So I mean, I'm happy to share it.
Dude, it worked out all right. You're off Suboxone after almost 10 years of being on it.
I can't believe it, Nicole.
That's a celebration. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand
know.
why you're so excited. I would be excited too, you know, and I don't want you guys to know, like, when you're trying to come off of this medication publicly like this, it can be really hard, you know, like you're worried about failing and disappointing people and not making it and then not doing it right. And so I feel like you did like a really good example of what people could like mimic, you know, because you listened
Right.
to your body and you went slow. And I feel like you did it a way where like you were safe and you thought about other people that could be watching you that could want to take advice from you,
Right.
which is important because I feel like even though we might not be giving people advice or we might not be doctors, people are still being influenced by our actions.
Exactly.
You
Right.
know, you
And
could have been careless and been like, fuck it, I'm jumping off. You know what I'm saying?
I know. And I want people to know that my videos that I shared of my taper, like I didn't share me dosing back up. All I shared was how long it took me to get to point this milligram to this milligram. I'm not sharing you why it took me a year. You know, I didn't share those parts where I dosed back up. I'm telling you now because I'm done with it. But in the beginning, you know, I didn't share all that, you know.
Yeah. It's hard, man. It's hard to.
And like, Nicole, like I told you, like I had a thought just 6 months ago. I thought to myself, I'm going to be on this medication for the rest of my life. I really thought that. I was driving in my vehicle and I thought, I'm never going to get off of it, you know?
Yeah, that's what I was saying the other day. I was like, it's okay.
But I thought to myself, and I was on 0.25 milligrams at this time. And I thought to myself, and it's okay if I'm not. If I am on this a little amount forever, I'm cool with it. I really am. But if I can get off of it, then I mean,
yeah. I mean, I think that everybody feels like that deep down inside. Like, if we could do it, if it's just like, I think a lot of it, at least for me, I know is the mental part of it that really fucks with me. And I get really, like, me and my husband were talking about it. I said, it's not so much like me being sick physically. It's my mental health. It's me wanting to die. It's me being depressed. Yep. It's me not having the energy to get out of bed to take care of my son. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
yes.
And that's why, like, for you, I feel like I've got to get in shape. So that way, whenever I do jump off, it'll be even easier for me because I'll feel better. You know what I mean?
100%.
Because I feel like shit just living a regular life as a fat person. You know what I mean?
Your walks that you're doing, stop. The walks that you're doing every day is so important. And that's so good for your mental health. That's what I did after I had Jensen. I walked him every single day outside.
And it's fun. And we've been doing it. I've been trying to do it live with everybody. So that way we can do it together. But like I know a lot of people are like me. Like I was on Wellbutrin and I thought it was helping me for so long. And then all of a sudden I just stopped taking it. And I feel like I have so much more energy. It's just like, I don't know what's been going on with my body. I don't know if it's the combination of getting off Wellbutrin and getting out of the house that we used to live in and being like in a brighter house now that, you know, our new apartment is like bright. And I just feel like I wake up and I can't stay in the bed all day long because it's not dark. Like there, I would be in like a little cave in my room and it would be blacked out 24/7.
Yes. I know.
You know?
You need that sunlight. You need that.
Yeah.
Your body
and I don't know about you, but like I found I had almost non-existent vitamin D. And that's probably because I was inside of my house in the dark all the time.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? So
yes.
The doctor had to give it to me. I had to get a prescription for it.
Well, I guarantee you that's what it's from. I get a lot of sun. I go outside every day.
I know you do. I can tell.
I go out all the time. Even if it's in my backyard, I just let Jensen play and I'll just lay out in the yard.
See, really I have to do more of that. I have to do more of that. I'm just so proud of you. Like I honestly feel like you're somebody that I can say, okay, Natalee did it. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Because people say that about me all the time, but I look up to other people who have gotten off Suboxone, or I look up to other people in recovery. And so now I'm like, okay, Natalee, that's why I was like, you're on day 10 last time. I saw your video pop and it was day 10 and I was like, oh my God, she's on day 10. I'm coming back in a week to see what's going on. If she's off of it in a week, I am coming back.
Nicole,
and you were off and I was like,
I'm telling you,
off of it.
If you cut yours down even one more time, if you can, I mean, oh, it's awesome. I just can't believe it. so happy, and I'm happy to share it, you know?
I'm really proud of you, man. And y'all, Natalee made a YouTube channel, and she's going to start uploading all of her videos from TikTok onto YouTube, and then she's going to start making YouTube videos, and I'm going to help her make them so that way she can, you know, and maybe you could make a video after this or today or next week or whenever you have free time where you make your own video sharing your taper plan, like a 5, 7, 10-minute video, and upload it to YouTube, my Suboxone taper. And that way people could come to it. That could be one of your first videos, and then they could find it, and, you know, that could help a lot of people, I think.
That's a great idea. I'm definitely going to do that. I didn't even think of that. I'm definitely going to do that.
I think it would be really beneficial because, I mean, and I'm going to show Dr. B your video and see if Dr. B will have you on his channel, because I'm telling you, he says the same thing. He's like low and slow, low and slow. And you did exactly what he says to do all the time. So I'm really proud of you. I just really wanted to have you on my channel to talk about that. Hold on, you guys. I'm going to put her channel in the comment section again. It'll be on the description box of this video, and it will also be in the comment section, but I'm going to put it like in the live chat right now. So there's a link to Natalee's video. She's also on TikTok. Her TikTok handle is not Natalee King. Mm-hmm. Who are you trying to fool, girl?
I know, girl. I'm like, hey, if you know me in real life, no, you don't.
You don't know me. But then I was on your live, and you have people from your high school that follow you on TikTok?
I do. I was surprised to see that. I was like, oh my gosh, there's some people I went to high school with that are on here.
I have people like that on Facebook, and I literally am like, they will verify my stories. If anybody, I know,
right? I'm like, oh, they've seen me do some stuff.
They know me.
Yeah.
Okay, I love you, girl. I'm going to let you get off here so that way we don't stay on all night. But okay, I really appreciate you coming on and sharing your taper story, okay? I'm proud of you.
Thanks, Nicole. Love you.
Text me later, okay?
I will. Bye.
Bye, babe. Okay, guys. I told you. She did it. So she legit is off Suboxone. 16 and a half days in. Hasn't taken it. Feeling great. Looking good, makeup done, hair done, 2 kids. One of them's like 4. He is. Jensen is like a little guy. And so she's kicking ass and taking names. And y'all, she put her taper, you can screenshot it. It's later, it's like farther back in the video, but like she tapered so slow. And that's not an insult. That's like a positive thing. You know, and I think like all of you guys are like me. We're like, damn, that's so fucking slow. And we get froggy, you know, and we want to like make it happen. But we end up fucking ourselves because we want to make it happen too quickly, you know, and that's why I wanted to have her on to share. Her TikTok handle is not N-O-T, Natalee, Natalee King. That's what we do, is we want to get it over with, you know? That's okay. And listen, if you're somebody like me who you have to start back taking your Suboxone, that's okay. I did the same thing. Okay. So like, who are we racing against? All right. There's nobody that we're racing against. Oh, my TikTok handle is Discovering Nicole 7754, but we're not racing against anybody. Our only competition is ourselves, you know? And so like, if you have to get back on, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Suboxone, I'm going to be straight up with you guys. I don't know when I'm going to try to get off Suboxone again, if it's anytime soon, because Suboxone helps me with my mental health. Suboxone helps me feel like a normal human being. I feel like my best self when I take my medication every day. And I'm happy where I'm at. Like, I feel good where I'm at. You know, the only thing I want to do is I want to get in shape. And that's my goal for the next year or two, is to get in shape, lose some weight, and feel better about my body. Do you know what I'm saying? If I decide to get off Suboxone, it will probably be when my son's a little bit older. So that way he don't have to worry about me not feeling good or anything like that. But y'all will be there. I'll tell you, I will document it, you know, and y'all will know. I'll take y'all through the process with me whenever I do it. But I do know that there are so many people who are not happy being on subs and they do want to get off Suboxone. You know what I'm saying? And I totally understand that and I respect it. And that's why I try to bring people on that are either, you know, in different stages of being on it or off it or on Sublocade or on methadone or whatever, you know? I don't know. Who was Lulu? Oh, slow is definitely the way to go. My friend only had 3 weeks to taper off subs, so she could accept her new job in the medical field. Oh, some places don't let you, if you're like a nurse or a doctor, be on Suboxone. That's how it is here in Arkansas. Did y'all know that? If you live here in Arkansas and you want to be a nurse or a doctor, you cannot be on Suboxone. There's some really ass backwards places like Arkansas. Isn't that horrible? Like, that shouldn't matter. If you're on medication, it shouldn't matter, but that's straight discrimination. But whatever. Yeah, in Arkansas, you cannot be on Suboxone and be a nurse or be a doctor. But anyway, yeah, I wanted to bring Natalee on. I don't want to make this video really long, you guys, okay? Because I really wanted it to be about Natalee and her taper. I like Natalee a lot. We're friends. She's cool as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really like her a lot. She's a good person. She's like really who she says she is, you know? I feel like on TikTok and on YouTube, I have met so many people who are like fake and who say they're one thing, but they're really not. And like, she's like a breath of fresh air because she's really who she says she is. And I love that shit. You know what I mean? Like, she's a mom and a wife, and she is a good person, and she tries to help people, and she tries to understand things. If she doesn't understand them, she asks questions. Like, I really have a lot of respect for her, you know? So, and I don't just throw my respect out there for anybody, if you know what I mean. So I love you guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed us chit-chatting and hearing about how she tapered and what she did to taper. Okay. And then also, I had a video I put up earlier about makeup. If y'all want to watch that, it's in the video section. And then this video will be in the live stream section, okay? Hey, Lulu. Thanks, babe. I appreciate you for being here. And then this Thursday, Dana's supposed to be coming on, so I got to get a hold of her, okay? If Dana doesn't come on, Sarah's going to come on in her place. Show on Thursday at 6 p.m. Central. So y'all are getting double guests this week, okay? So normally I just do one guest a week on Thursdays, but this week we're having 2 guests. So Natalee today, and then Sarah or Dana on Thursday, okay? Okay, I'm gonna go wash my face, y'all, because this makeup is just making me sweat. And also, I'll be uploading a video tomorrow about the crackhead who stole my car. So all of you guys commented on the video and said you wanted to hear the story. And I cannot believe I haven't told the story. Now, if you followed me way, way, way back since the beginning, you might have heard it. But 98% of y'all have no idea what I'm talking about. So tomorrow I will upload the whole story time. It'll probably be like a 10-minute video, 10 or 15 minutes. About the crackhead that stole my car. Straight stole my car and sold it. Y'all just wait, and I got it back. I cannot wait till y'all hear the story because it's so fucking gangster. I was a straight gangster back in the day. But anyways, I love you guys. I'll see y'all later. Have a great night. Mwah. See you later. Don't forget to subscribe. Share my fucking channel. Tell everybody low, far, and all around the town about discovering Nicole. Okay. Bye.